Hey, all happy New Year. Actually, wait, the New Year is not until tomorrow, but hey, happy New Year's Eve. That's right, we're live. I told you I was gonna make a live stream. How's everybody doing? Guessing everybody's doing okay. Yeah, me too. Honestly, I'm just trying to get ready for a new year. Um, but I do want to talk about some things that have been like occurring this year and what I've been going through. Sorry about that. It was just a notification I got. All right. Whew, okay. Okay. We'll get started here in a minute, guys. Regarding my New Year's, this whole New Year's live stream and the recap of 2024. In fact, there's a lot to talk about, but I do want to talk about some certain things that have been going on. Because like all the way back to the very beginning of like 2024, we were hope we honestly did not know what was going to occur throughout the entire year, and apparently it did. I mean, apparently we got a lot of shit that has been like, just a lot of shit that had literally thrown at us and what has occurred. The only things that had occurred to me that are very minimum are the fact that I got into a fender bender, like, yes, another fender bender back in, well, unfortunately, I got like a fender bender back in like, I don't know, what'd you say? Like, yeah, back in the summer. It was at a local theme park of mine, and like I was like entering through some cones, and like car got in the way, and like I tried to stop, but I couldn't because like some guy had to stop like and try to and just to let me hit them. Like, I don't know, that was just BS, honestly. But everybody was okay. The car is okay and everything. Just, yeah. Oh, and also this year has brought me a lot of cool stuff. Like I got an internship at this place called ISRCTV where I would do camera operation for most of the sports broadcasting and also and as well as the concert broadcasting, just the local ones basically. And that also included like everything else that we had. We did other events basically. It was, I don't know what to say, but it was fun. Crap, what else? Oh yeah, there's just not a lot going on with me these days, but like, yeah, there's been a lot. Oh yeah, I also started my side hustle as a DoorDasher, which I've been making a good ton of money, and I got myself a job at a movie theater where as a place I've been wanting to work at for a long time. But the one I work at is a full service theater. We've had people come in and asking like, "Oh hey, have you guys always been full service theater, or if you guys move?" Yeah, because like the one I work at is locally owned, so it kind of makes it really complicated. And there are times where I got into some trouble for some things, but I don't want to like explain everything. But yeah, I got written up for something that I wasn't even doing, but I'm not gonna fully talk about it. But yeah, but regarding myself, things have been going okay. I even did my other internship in college, but it was for the audio production that I had to do, as well as another thing that I had to do. I had to do this one actually. I had to do my capstone project, which was basically a short drama film. And let me tell you, I had to do some research. My brother had to help me with that, and I had to make some budgeting because like there was like one modern entertainment home that I had to rent out. Yeah. So it's basically this short drama film based on a portion of my life. It's not all about me, but like I'm talking about a small portion of my life. Okay. And the point is, like, I would talk to myself out loud all the time and just shouting myself out loud all the time, like, and just shouting out about negative things or negatively, because my mom used to give me a hard time with that. I'm like, you know what? I would rather do something like this. And yeah, but the thing is, it was really hard to get some actors, which I already got backup. I had someone editing the project for me, as well as someone helping me to do like assistant directing. So yeah, if you guys want to chat, come in and say hi, you can. I mean, I did have some water, but I did not drink as much water, but I'm gonna have some in a bit. But yeah, just basically those things I'm doing. Oh, not to mention, but I had officially graduated from high school. I not no not high school, excuse me. Hey, SpongeBob SquarePants and VeggieTales FTW. How you doing? But oh hey, I will say this. What I was saying is that I had officially graduated college, not high school. Sorry, just I'm trying to gather my thoughts around because yeah. How's it going? Happy New Year's Eve. Hey, Happy New Year's Eve to you too. I'm doing great. I just started talking about. I just started recapping 2024, starting with like things that have been going on in my life, as well as like other things that have been occurring and things I would like to talk about. So yeah, just not too much of it, but basically just a bunch that I would like to just to discuss and recover. Actually, not to cover, but to cover up. And I will guarantee you it's going to be kind of a long one, so just bear with me here because I have a bunch to talk about. And just give me some time with it. If you'll excuse me, I'm going to go ahead and get some water. I will be right back. Okay, guys, I'm back. Oh, give me something. Yeah, I told you it was only for a few minutes. Okay, so yeah, not a lot of bad stuff has been happening to me, but I will say this: the only people I've lost this year, well, actually, it occurred this month, but like the only things that occurred to me this month, where I lost a couple, or where I lost a few family members of mine, are my uncle Tom. Someone which he's one of my uncles from Alabama, and excuse me, he had heart disease. I mean, we actually visited him in Alabama back in 2015. He unfortunately, yeah, he unfortunately passed from that. It's just really devastating, and as well as my grandma's dogs, both Brooks and Rio, which apparently they had very serious health issues, so she had to put them down. I really miss her dogs. I mean, I know what it's like to put a dog down. I mean, that happened to me a few years back. Thank you. But yeah, I'm not going to talk about a lot of negative things. I'm not going to talk about a lot of drama and such. But there are some there are some ones I'll talk about, like just the ones that are so crazy. But yeah. Okay, so without further ado, I'm just going to go ahead and start talking about what's been going on. Actually, I'm going to go over them on the phone. Yeah, so I don't have a lot of stories to share regarding my. Uh, I don't have a lot of stories to share regarding my internships I've done, but I will admit they were a lot of fun, honestly. Although there have been times where my recruiters were getting really frustrated with me for not doing this or that, or if I've done some wrong when I've done camera operations, but not so severe. I'm not gonna lie. And like there were some spots that they had put me in where where I could not even I was not even having it, and especially with the fact that I'm a little afraid of heights, but I'm not like, but it's not like my freaking fear that's like it's not a fear that's really a huge deal for me because I kind of got used to them for a while, but at the end of the day, it's yeah. We all know about the fact that Gypsy was released from prison about a year ago, and she's trying to have a life. But the thing is, we've learned about the fact that she's kind of a liar and manipulative and kind of a manipulative person, even though she's going to have a kid next month. It's crazy. But the thing is, I think I'm not gonna lie, but like I think the only reason that I do agree with everyone that that Gypsy's crazy AF, but I do think that like on the other hand, I think that the real reason a lot of people really want Gypsy to be like, oh, she needs to be put back in prison because of her criminal history, and I mean it's just freaking trolls that just really want her to, you know. I mean, not all of them, but I could definitely see where those haters are coming from. If you know what I mean. Hmm. Yeah, it's crazy. And there's this one time where I got paid at one of my internships because like the internships I had were not paid, but the one I did, it was for like it was like throughout the entire weekend, and I had to do like not only camera operation, but I did some directing, I did graphics, and I did shades, which is basically the color correction they have to do. I had to get a lot of help with that, and I had to be trained for all of those things, which they were fun. And I even got to work in their office a few times. That right there is amazing. Yeah, it was a lot of fun, especially the fact that I've been door dashing. There have been times where they've been like, they had to have me deliver it like certain places that some were kind of sketchy, others are just really decent. Some of them would end up taking me to like places I have no idea where to go to, but you know, if you don't know what I'm eating these Hershey's milk chocolate kisses. Mm, so damn good. Mm. I want to let everybody know that my live stream is out that I'm doing right now. I'm gonna put on some music here in a little bit, but I will say this. Hey, I don't know if you guys have seen like anything regarding the I don't know if you guys are aware of the fact that there was a Willy Wonka experience disaster. The reason I call it a disaster is because it was not what everybody expected. And they used like AI to advertise it. It took place in the UK. It's like there have been like there were like several photos and videos of the event itself, or the like just photo like just there was a lot of media coverage involved. And it was actually trending earlier this year, and it really, you can honestly tell that it was a huge fuck up. Excuse my language, but it was a major fuck up because it was not only was not what everybody expected, but it looked really cheap. It looked like your average. It looked like a local birthday party that kids will go to, and they had a lack of chocolate. It's like when you go in there, when you would go in there, there's just a lack of chocolate, and like a lack of it, just only jelly beans and a little cup of lemonade. What? Like, guys, this is a chocolate factory. Like, chocolate I'm eating right now, it's a chocolate factory. Except for the fact that they would have like a freaking chocolate fountain, like right when you exit this whole freaking event. The pop up thing. Just the whole walkthrough Willy Wonka experience. Yeah, and plus it looked really cheap. And they were saying, most of these the rest of the sets of the cosmetics did not come in on time. Well, they could have at least delayed it, and it could have been a better experience. So I just hope that the people that when I just hope that the people that organize this event, I just hope that they learn from this, because here's the thing: if they're gonna make an experience based on a classic film, whether it's like especially when you have it licensed, like legal, like having a legal license for it, like for future, I don't know what to say, but like just you have to do it properly. And then like if there are like sets or any cosmetics that don't come in on time, just get it delayed. Okay, like you gotta make some changes to it, because there's some stuff involved when it comes to planning stuff like this, guys. You cannot always, you know, have it just cheap looking. You know what I mean? It's like, damn. I, I was like, I don't even know what to say. But the thing is, the parents did call the police and have it shut down, which good. I mean, good, because it was just, yeah. And apparently, and here's the thing. You know what they did? They went ahead and made a character called the Unknown. Like, oh, it's the Unknown. Like, seriously? It's just a freaking character. It's just a freaking girl in a black, in like this whole black suit with a silver mask. How is that the Unknown? And plus, they are literally making a movie about it. Like, what? Look, there is no backstory of the Unknown. So why the hell are you making a movie about the Unknown when you don't have any ideas for it, and when it's not literally entirely based on it? Like, that doesn't even make any sense. It's like, why would they? It's like why the hell would they make a character that has not appeared in the Wonka franchise? Like, what? I don't understand. Oh, and also, not to mention, but the kids. So, you know how the Kansas City Chiefs went to the Super Bowl and really won? Well, there's a story I'd like to tell you about it. So, I honestly did not want to watch their Super Bowl, but I had to. I was not forced by my family to watch the Super Bowl. but it was my friend Nathan that wanted to, and my mom's boyfriend was like, "Oh, hey, you should really do that because, like, just gotta sometimes do stuff with your friends to." Well, it sounds like he was just enabling it. Like, dude, what the fuck? But regardless, I had to because like I was disappointed in the fact that the Bengals were eliminated, which I hope that they don't get eliminated from the playoffs this year, and because I mean, just despite them having an average season, even though it's not been the best one, but I don't even know what to say. In my opinion, the Chiefs are overrated. I mean, I don't hate them. I mean, I mean, a lot of their team players, a lot of the players in the team are really good, as you can tell. Like they've won so much games over the past several years. But I mean, I have a feeling that they've literally become the New England Patriots of the 2020s. I think it's just ridiculous. Even the fact that Taylor Swift is so popular, I'm sorry, but her popularity is so overrated. Hell, even my mom does not like her at all. I just don't care for her. Yeah, because she's mentioned a lot in the in like recently in NFL. And plus, she literally has a boyfriend who is literally one of those team players in the Chiefs. So I mean, I guess that's why. But nothing wrong. I mean, I don't have a problem with Taylor Swift, but she is overrated. She is overrated, and I do agree with the people that claim that she is overrated because she is. Oh, and speaking of the Willy Wonka experience disaster that occurred, same thing happened with the Bluey event down in Las Vegas. Yeah, I guess it's the 2.0 of that, But other than that, yeah. Not to mention, I've also done a lot of speed dating events. I actually I actually attended several of those. Oh, sorry. They've been a lot of fun, honestly, if you know what I mean. Because things have been fun. Like things have been really fun for a while, but yeah. Oh, and there's something I do want to tell you guys. So I haven't spoke about this publicly, but I don't know if you guys, I don't know if you guys know, but some of you may be wondering why that I have like a new studio in my room now, and that we have a guest room just at my mom's house. Well, unfortunately, this happened back in early March, and as most people don't know, I'm not gonna fully discuss this about it, but both my brother and my cousin had left. Not this world, but just this house. And they had moved in with other family members, especially with my dad and you know. And so I'm not gonna fully like I'm not gonna go ahead and disclose the full reason why that they left, but to summarize, let's just say that they left due to drama that they were dealing with. They were dealing with drama with my mom's boyfriend and such. But let's not get into what really happened from there. Honestly, all I can say is just yeah, it was because of the drama that they were no longer dealing with. It's just that. So I don't even know what else to tell you guys. Maybe I should shave more often. So yeah, it's been really tough. My mom would bawl her eyes out because she was not told that like my brother was leaving right this instant. It was just, and the worst part is my brother actually blocked my mom. I'm like, are you kidding me? My mom has not done anything. Like she has not done anything so bad to anyone, not to me or my brother. My dad has done nothing bad to me at all. But I don't know. I'm not gonna fully disclose everything from here. Just only those facts. But yeah, this is why that I'm just here. and I got my own studio where my cousin's room was, which apparently I'll be showing that to you guys in the video tour once it's fully done. I've actually done I've actually done several videos taking place in my studio. And if you go ahead and like check out some of the earlier videos I've done, you can you know you can honestly tell it's not fully finished. It's not. It's still in the middle of like being done, but in reality, it's not because like I still have stuff going on in there. I mean, constantly going the way. I've not been getting paid enough as I expected. I'm not gonna fully disclose like the payments and such, but and and who the hell's been and I don't know what to say, but who in the hell's been popping into live stream and just leaving back? I don't know. I mean, who the hell's been in and out of the live stream? I don't need to know. Excuse me. Yeah, so there's just not a lot to talk about, but we are apologize. Oh, you mean you apologize? Okay. Oh no, no. That's okay, man. I mean, hey, you don't have to watch a live stream if you don't want to, but I encourage you they do because I like to talk about things. I just like to get this party started. Okay. Um, so yeah, regarding the speed dating events I've attended, most of them have gone really well, and unfortunately, I did not get I did not get every single woman to date me, but I had one that was interested in me. Her name's Gianna, and yes, she's on social media, so I would like to give credit to her. Yeah. So we actually dated like twice. She and I went to this boba shop, and she and I went to Applebee's. We haven't dated as much, but like, I mean, she and I are friends, but we kind of seem to have some stuff in common, basically. But we're she and I are not official yet, but dating her for a while, really it's been kind of cool. But I haven't done it. I don't know. You know, things have been going quite crazy and such. It's been, especially with the fact that I've been hanging out with my friends. Oh, and not to mention as well, I had a friendsgiving that I hosted in this house. Yeah, because I just wanted to have some friends over. I had some of my friends coming over as well, and I picked up one of my friends and took him there and dropped him off. It was fun. And shout out to Toby. Yeah, probably nothing much. Oh, she'll be all right. Yeah. Oh, you mean about my mom? Yeah, thank you. Yeah, thanks, Edwin. My mom's okay now, but I mean it's been really tough. It did hurt me kind of mentally. I'm not gonna lie. What else? Yeah, and my first few dating experiences were fine, like I said. Oh, so um, we do need to talk about a few things, and we need to talk about several things. Like we got to talk about this docu series called Quiet on Set. Like that one came out, and when I watched it I actually watched it on Max, but like it was on ID, and it talks about a lot of stuff that occurred at Nickelodeon back in the day, and why the things need to change because apparently Hollywood has this very serious pedophilia problem, and they do, especially this abusive, and they've had a history of like abusing actors and writers in a lot of ways, and unfortunately, Nickelodeon is one of them. I mean, I like Nickelodeon, but I don't love them as I used to but most of these focus on the live action shows like the sitcoms, like especially all that because bro, I ain't gonna lie, but when I watch Cornus, I'm like, okay, yeah, okay. I literally now hate. I really hate Dan Schneider even more than I did when I heard about this whole feet fetish and such and the Grimmon. I'm like, are you kidding me? Especially him sharing salary like when it was not even that cool. Like, wow. And this massages. I'm like, Like everything is just really disturbing. Yeah, I do not like nobody. Guess what? Nobody likes Dan Schneider, and hell, I used to like him as like I. Thankfully, I never met him in person, but like we know that he created a lot of iconic sitcoms, like all that Drake and Josh, Keenan and Kel, Zoe 101, iCarly, you name it all, and hell, even Victorious, The Men's Show, just a bunch, and even the later shows like Sam the Cat, and as well as Henry Danger and Game Shakers, like just a bunch. Honestly, I don't even know what to say, but most of them have not aged the best at all. None of them aged well because of that, you know. And like learning about it, I'll be honest with you, I am glad that I never watched the relaunch of all that because there was a lot that occurred, and I'm honestly glad that it not. I'm honestly glad that it had a dead end from there because, like, regarding what happened behind the scenes, I just feel so bad for every single actor that had to deal with it, especially the writers. I'm like, I don't even know what to say. It's just especially when I watched this whole interview with Dan Schneider recently, like you could tell he was talking so fast, and he was just like, "Oh no, I didn't. Oh yeah, I know it was wrong. I was just doing. Well, guess what? No one should feel this or that. I owe every apology." When in reality, he was not even like coming to everybody to apologize like at once. Like I don't even know what to say. Like I'm sorry, but the damage has been done. It is the damage that like Dan Schneider had created. It's done. It's, it's just so unforgivable, honestly, and also inexcusable. So, like, I don't understand why that people think that let's go ahead and hire people who are freaking predators. Like, yeah, because they talk about the predatory behavior that occurred at Nick. Like, it's just so freaking random. Not just random, but it's just stupid. Like with all that creepy shit that occurred, like that's just really unfortunate to know. And I feel I don't even know what else to say. I'm glad they parted ways with him because originally I was sad with it, but now looking back and just learning about what he did to those actors, it's fucked up, and it really is because there's something we need to talk about as well. And I'm glad that everybody has come forward to talk about their experiences, especially the actors and the writers that occurred. Well, unfortunately, not everyone, but those that had come forward publicly to speak, just to discuss their the abuse that they endured, and as well as the trauma that they had to deal with and experience. I just like I said, I don't even know what to say, but I just feel so damn bad for everybody that got involved in that and how unsafe they felt. Like, bro, people regardless of age, especially children, especially the ones that are older, they should be protected at all times. But it's unfortunate how California is not doing enough. Like they're not doing it enough to keep everybody safe. And I hope that they change that. And especially with that time, like here's the thing, and this actually kind of gave us the fact that we kind of like some people actually gained sympathy to one of the actors that we know and love about this. But when we learned about the fact that Drake Bell was essayed or sexually assaulted by Brian Peck, it broke me. It broke my heart, honestly, as as a fan of Drake and Josh, dude. Like it broke me, and hearing story like it was not just complicated, but it was also like, whoa. I'm like, are you serious, dude? Like, people should have never done that to you because you can tell that like Drake. We'll talk about Drake here in a little bit, but you can tell that Drake did not want to be. He did not want to be like the guy that. I just feel so bad for it. And the worst thing is, it did not help. It did not even help with the fact that everybody else with 41 people writing letters to the guy that abused Drake. Like, dude, like What? It's like this goes show that that they had no idea what was going on. Like, and they decided to give the predator 16 months in jail instead of life. I'm sorry, but honestly, that really doesn't that honestly does not that does not help with the trauma at all. That does not create any less trauma. And I feel so bad for Drake because regarding what because regarding the fact he's lost or the fact that he ended up being mentally lost because of what he had to endure. Regarding that, I feel so bad for him honestly as a whole. Because let me tell you this, I do not think that Drake is a not Drake the rapper, but I do not think that Drake Bell is like an abuser like people say. Because let me tell you this. Well, I did have a video talking about it. Because and yeah, well, the thing is, to update it, because it's this is not the whole video about Drake Bell. But like, dude, I feel so bad for an actor that had to go through it. But like, well, sure, it does not excuse his actions like later in life. But I don't think it was making it. He was. I don't think it was coming out to do it as an excuse just to find sympathy. I think it's just he only did it to share his story and such. Like we all share stories because I went through something somewhere where I was solicited sexually by someone. You know how disgusting that is. You know how disgusting it is to endure that as a minor. Yeah, it's screwed up. But let me tell you this: I, you know, as I did talk about what like like as I did talk about as I made this video where someone asked me to like, hey, can you do hey, maybe you shouldn't talk about this. We get it. Like there are yeah, we get it. There are like celebrity controversies and such, which unfortunately it's a thing because like sure not everyone's perfect, but I'm not saying it's but I'm not sugarcoating anything because it's still fucked up regarding how people do this or that. But I do not think that Drake Bell abused others like in like physically or sexually at all. Like because let me tell you this: the allegations regarding Drake Bell or the allegations against Drake Bell later in life, like from one from his ex and one from a fan that he went ahead and had conversations with through on social media. Those allegations were false and wrong, except for the fact that he texted someone that, and the fact that he did not know the person's age, because he confessed because he was being irresponsible about it. He did not say, "Oh, I sent inappropriate messages directly to the girl." What really happened? Because I actually did a lot of research on this, and what and from the text, like, yeah, it's stupid of what he did, but like, but like, he literally did not start everything. The girl, like, it literally started when the girl went ahead and texted him when he like reached out to Drake Bell, and then he just responded back and everything. Yeah, it's I don't even know what to say because yeah, it is irresponsible. But like, I do not think that Drake directly sent any inappropriate messages to the girl, but I'm pretty sure that he exposed the girl of some of those inappropriate stuff on like his social media, but not that were not directly sent to her. So like she went ahead and exchanged them. Like, yeah, that's really and like and Drake did nothing else about it. Yeah, that's really stupid, honestly. But but hey, I hope he learned his lesson from that time because like that was not sexual assault. But yes, regarding charge, yeah, it was kind of challenging because like because he didn't do anything about it. Yeah, I can definitely see where that is coming from, but he did not know the person's real age, nor the fact that he knew it was a minor until that she was a minor until like the very end. Like, yeah. But regarding the fact that like he went ahead that he went ahead and had he did something very oral to me like and I was alone in there like we don't but well, we don't know what really happened like during that time. But when I noticed that I don't know I do not think that Drake really did anything physical to that girl at all. That right there is a lie, most likely, because like he did confirm that he did nothing else to the girl. And yeah, I mean, yeah, so it's really hard to believe. So I honestly do not have any sympathy for the girl that lied about everything. Not everything, but like, but about most things. That's why he got probation and such. But yeah, and when people say, "Oh, he's never going to do acting ever again," because I mean, like, well, he had to take accountability and such. Well, he did take accountability and he took responsibility for that because of what happened and such. But damn, yeah, it was just a colossal waste of time to have that occurring. And I did hear that like the girl that was involved in this, she actually went ahead and I don't know if you heard, but like um I think the girl like I think I heard this, but like people were saying that like people have been saying that the girl actually went ahead and planned on writing lies and making a put to while making a put and as she makes a police report to like Drake. I don't know what to say, man. Yeah, I don't believe that girl at all, mostly because yeah, I just hope karma comes back to her because like not the fiscal one, but like yeah, 'cause that was stupid. I mean, yeah, it was and everything. It was stupid and everything. But here's the thing. So you guys know how I got that Drake Bell shirt? Well, it was not because of his actions and everything, but like it's because I like his music, and it's because I felt bad for him regarding what he went through. And now he's making a memoir uh, called "I Found a Way," which honestly I cannot wait to read that when it comes out. But yeah, and I heard he's making a career comeback. Yeah. So he's saying, "Oh, he's never going to do acting ever again." I wouldn't say that, buddy. I mean, and like, because after doing this research about everything and like all the research I've done, I don't know what to say. I'm just losing my words. I'm just losing words right now because it's just really not only controversial. It's screwed up based on what happened. Like, yeah. But with other people on the other hand, like, I mean, it's unlike what Dr. Disrespect did when he went ahead and texted someone, and like after knowing someone's age, he went ahead and just sent inappropriate messages, and he really confessed that. I honestly do not like Dr. Disrespect anymore because I used to watch most of his like gaming. I used to watch most of his gaming videos along with my dad, like at his house. And when we found out what occurred, I'm like, okay, that is totally wrong. Like, no. I'm surprised that he wasn't charged yet. Like, I just feel bad for someone that had to deal with that. And just when people think, oh, Drake Bell's a well, he's not like other people that went ahead that took a lot farther than. But I'm not sugarcoating. But I'm not like defending. I'm not defending what he did. But I mean, he is kind of saying, even though he had a plea guilty because he took a plea deal because of finances such. Because I'm pretty sure that like going through a trial costs money. Yeah, I don't want to talk about that anymore because he did appear in Masked Singer, and I heard that he's going to be doing voice acting again, which is great, and that he's planning on trying to get the Dragon Josh reboot in, but through a reunion. I hope that I'm not saying it's official, but I hope that really comes to fruition. But yeah, and here's the thing: if they were to make a Drake and Josh reboot, I bet it's going to be for adults, like the iCarly, just like how the iCarly reboot is. Because like the original shows of Drake and Josh and iCarly, I mean, were kids, but with Drake and Josh, but with the new ones, like with the iCarly reboot, yeah, I feel like that they're going to do the same thing with Drake and Josh when because it's yeah. But don't get me started on this whole thing with Diddy, which we'll talk about. But I'm not gonna fully talk about everything. But it's still disgusting. Speaking of Nick, I really did like how Nickelodeon was part of the promotion for the Super Bowl this year. That was really cool. Um, what else? Oh yeah, so there was we all know that there was an American solar eclipse that occurred. Unfortunately, I had to work that day, but I was able to watch it because I got my solar eclipse glasses, even though I did not ask to work on that Monday. But it was cool. What else? Oh yeah, so I do want to talk about a few other things. Like I did attend a few WWE wrestlings for the first time. Yeah, this year, like in person. I went to the Friday Night SmackDown where they had Cody Rhodes. I don't like Cody Rhodes, and excuse me. I also went to the Monday Night Raw down in Dayton. It was fun. I really liked how they had Rey Mysterio. I think he's here. I'm not sure. I think it's either the Friday Night SmackDown or the Monday Night Raw. I don't know. I also like how they had Rhea Ripley and Jey Uso. That was really cool to see those people and to see them wrestling. It was fun. I also went to a few comedy clubs. I went to one near me, and I went to another one that's basically franchised, and the other one I went to is called Funny Bone. And I'm not gonna lie, it was a lot of fun because we had a lot of great laughs and such. Because like when I first attended that one comedy club, it was actually a comedy contest that we went to. It was a comedy contest, and a few of them won, which I was really happy about. And let me, but yeah, there's I don't know, I don't even know what else to say. But yeah, okay, so we do need to talk about a few things as well. So another thing I would like to recap is that we all know what happened to Donald Trump regarding the attempted assassination. Now, I do not like Donald Trump to be honest, but I felt this is the only time I'm gonna feel bad for him about it because he could have been he could have been murdered. Honestly, like, but I'm glad he survived because no no one should ever no one should no one I don't think any no one deserves to die like that. Like no one should ever go through that, man. It's horrible, honestly, but I'm glad he survived, especially with that photo where he makes where he makes this fist gesture. Yeah! That was the most badass photo I had ever seen. It was at one of his prep rallies. Oh my god, that was but yeah, other but it's still no laughing matter about what happened to him, but I'm glad he survived that, man. That was yeah. Um, what do we need to talk about? Oh yeah, I do want to talk about my vacation in Michigan and also to Toledo. Actually, can we pause for here? I have to use the restroom. I'm gonna be right back. Okay. We're just back to it. Cool. Okay, so I do want to talk about one of the things that I would like to recap, is just like a vacation that I went on. So, but first, I want to talk about something. So originally, here's what. Originally, we were actually going to go to Tennessee. It was going to be with my maternal family, but unfortunately, what really happened is this. Well, my uncle Fred literally got injured in the shower, and he had to be taken to the hospital. I got to see him in the ICU, but they would only allow two people in his room. Yeah, so he's been like in and out of the hospital and rehab. Yeah, because he hit his head real hard in the shower, and he had to get his blood reabsorbed. It was horrible, and he had to learn how to like walk again and speak and eat everything. I don't even know what else to say, but luckily he survived. But regarding what was going on with him this past summer, we actually had to cancel our vacation to Tennessee. And my mom and I had to come up with certain plans that we had. Like we were going to go to like Chesapeake, Virginia, or Niagara Falls, which is like between New York and Canada. But the problem is I don't have a passport. So one of our other decisions was to go to Michigan. And I was like, "Hey, let's go to Michigan." And we were like, "You know what? Yeah, let's go." And actually, my mom was not my mom did not know. My mom had no idea what Michigan would be like. So, but we went ahead and I don't know what to say, but like we went ahead and went over to Michigan, and we just stayed up north, where they have the lake and such. We got to check out. Uh, we got to we got to canoe on the lake. We got to dip our feet in the water. We also had what else? Oh wait, no, no, no. We also walked in the woods, which that was very cool. And we got to go to the Mackinac Island where they have the Grand Hotel. And on that island, they do not have any cars on there, so there are no vehicles allowed on the island. So you would have to take a boat. You would have to take a ferry to get there, which we did. And we rode our bikes there, and I actually was really skillful at riding my bike all around the Mackinac Island. Well, actually, not all around, but almost around Mackinac Island. It was fun. I mean, yeah, it really was. We got to check out most certain things while we were there because this was like back in July. It was really cool, honestly. So yeah, I do have photos of the Grand Hotel on Instagram if you guys want to check those out. I think I have them on Facebook as well. I'm not sure if I do, but yeah, it was really fun, honestly. The Grand Hotel was really cool, and it's really cool because there were some films that were actually filmed. Like there was movies that were filmed in the hotel on the Mackinac Island in Michigan, which is freaking cool. I don't even know what else to say about it, but yeah, that happened, and it was a lot of fun. And if you have not been to Michigan, I recommend going to the state, but do not go to the cities that are really sketchy. But I do recommend going to some that are really fun. Like you can, I recommend checking out the lakes there, and I recommend checking out the Mackinac Island, which, like I said, it's a lot of fun there. So you would probably have a, you guys will probably have as much of a good time as I did. I also went to Toledo on our way back because my mom's boyfriend wanted to check out the art museum that they have here, which we did. But the issue is that when we went to one of the exhibits at the art museum, there is this weird donkey. There was this guy in the costume that was that was literally wearing and that was literally a donkey in a suit, like a literal donkey suit, and he was like laying down like this, trying to make himself look like a statue, which he was. And I did not know there was an Asian guy that gets paid $8 an hour. Like, no, I'm dead serious. $8 an hour just to go ahead and make this pose in donkey costume. And when I heard about it, that it didn't freak me out, but like it was near closing time, so like we were about to leave. I honestly did not want to stay past closing time because of what was occurring. Like, I felt really uncomfortable with that. I also have a photo of it as well. I think I have it on Instagram, but that was really weird, honestly. Actually, let me look up the donkey costume because honestly, if it jumped up and just I don't know, that would have. I don't even know what to say, man. Oh my freaking god! And the thing is, it is also cheap looking, so you can honestly tell it it is. Oh my god! I'm sorry, but the donkey costume that we but like the donkey costume that we saw, it's just uncanny looking. It really is. It's very uncanny looking. If you look it up, you know what I mean. But hey, I don't know what else to say about it. But hey, it was a fun vacation, despite the fact my mom gave me a hard time. But eh. Oh, and we also got to talk about some rides and attractions that open at theme parks. Like for example, Cedar Point opened Top Thrill 2 that replaced the Top Thrill Dragster. My home park, Kings Island, got Camp Snoopy, and they had some rides themed. But I honestly wish that they kept it as a very small area, but they were not because like, oh no, we gotta make it thematic, which they did, and they did put in a lot of effort in it. Like, but they added a Vekoma boomerang coaster, like a family boomerang coaster. I mean, called Snoopy's Soapbox Racers. They added a playground in in the old amphitheater called Big Old Scott Acres, which I'm not gonna lie, but it would have been better if they had a playground structure. I was telling everyone, oh, it's not so epic, but people were like, oh, it is epic. Well, it was a well, I'm sure it's a hit for kids. I mean, people can run around and such. There's just plenty of space, which I'm sure that they were saying it because like, oh, it's epic when with that like okay, and the art designs, I think, but it's not epic to me. I mean, I checked it out for a little bit. It was all right. Pigpen's Must Hall, which is a restaurant, I thought it was all right, honestly. I'm not gonna lie, but the sausages there are really good. And what else? Oh yeah, we also got to talk about the shows they've had at several parks. Like at Kings Island, we had like three new shows in the summer. We had Country Crossroads, which is basically a live, just a just your average fest house show with a live band involved, playing certain songs from other kind of shows that the venue had in the past. Um, the KI Theater had the Gazillion Bubble Show, which I'm not gonna lie, I checked it out once. It was all right, but I don't even know what else to say about it. But if I were to say it was okay. I mean, I recommend it for the kids, but the only thing I did like was the laser act that they did. Like that one laser sync that they did, like at the very end. I really like that one, honestly. And also the Trailblazers Extreme, which is the interpretation of Elevation Extreme. I actually like that a lot. I'm not gonna lie. Um, there's just probably nothing else to say. But oh yeah, so also I don't know if you guys noticed, but we did bring in interactive lanterns that haunt this year, which was fun. We got to do what else? Oh yeah, so we got a new scare zone called Hooked, which recently debuted this fall. Basically a pirate themed scare zone, but yeah, I'm not gonna lie, it wasn't as huge as I expected, but it was kind of small. It's just but they did put in a lot of effort, and it was right near the deck and the lake. It was fun, especially the being Adventure Port. I thought they did a wonderful job with it, honestly. And plus, it's actually a remake of one of their old scare zones called Shipwrecked. I thought they've done really good. But I will say this: they did bring back one of the shows that I really loved. Like, and you could thank me for that because I was the one that asked for it on Twitter, and I asked the park to do that because Moss Ark was getting really old, and they fixed it by going ahead and bringing back a show that was returned from the past, which was Ghouls Gone Wild. And the way they did, and like the way they brought it back was just amazing. Honestly, I really loved it. I got to see it like 8 times in person this year, and I even did a live stream of like the very first show, which was truly amazing. And I really hope it comes back the next year and also the year after that and such. Just it also depends on how much, because it's just really likable, even though it's not a new show. But I still enjoy it regardless. Even the fact that they have put in a lot more makeup on the characters, like with the traditional Halloween characters. You see like the witch, the vampire that literally looks like Elvira nowadays, Frankenstein and his bride, and the werewolf and the mummy. They've done really well, especially the spark effects they brought back and the dialogue, especially like at the very beginning. It was just more theatrical to see. And not to mention, during Winterfest, they actually brought in what else? Oh yeah, they actually brought in the Yuletide Follies at the bandstand this year. Even though I did not get to see that in person as much, I saw a little bit of it in person, but I did watch it on YouTube. I mean, I did want to do a lot of things at Winterfest this year, but I couldn't because of other things going on. But yeah. Oh, and I will mention this. Why do I always say that? But what is it I'm gonna mention? Oh yeah, I got to ride Soul Spin for the first time this year, as well as Linus Launcher. It was fun. I mean, I liked Soul Spin a lot better, to be honest. I think I rewrote the. I don't. I think I rewrote the Adventure Express this year. I think. Yeah, I did. I think I did other things like. Oh God, what else did I do? Oh yeah. So I got to check out Hotel Saint Michel during Haunt, and I got to check out the Museum of Mystery Ghostly Investigation at Madame Fatale's Cavern of Terror. That was all right in my opinion. I got to try the Fear the Reaper type of treat they had. I got to attend the Food and Wine Festival, as well as I think I did. I think, yeah, I got to attend a little bit of Grand Carnival and had some of the food there. Not all of it, but only some. It was a lot of fun, honestly. Oh no, I got to check out the Cincinnati Zoo's Festival of Lights on its preview night with my fam. It was a lot of fun. And the cool thing about it is they had literally added a new elephant section, like literally a new elephant exhibit, which I think is really cool. So like we went down there and it was just amazing to see. I think I also took Fosbit so I can just I don't know. I'm gonna have to send. I'm gonna have to show you guys the photos of those on Facebook. I think I have those, but I'm not sure if I did. But yeah. Regardless, it was a lot of fun. But yeah. There's just not much that opened at other theme parks I know, but I know that. I also forgot to mention one thing. So at both Disneyland and Disney World, they went ahead and replaced Splash Mountain with Tiana's Bio Adventure. I mean, like Tiana's Bio Adventure opened this year, and yeah, it's just as controversial as Splash Mountain. Can't say enough, but yeah. And I will say also that Universal had opened their DreamWorks land where kids used to be, and I'm not gonna lie, but it looks a lot better than what it used to be when it was way Woodpecker's Kids Zone. I mean, I've not been to that in person, but when I go to Universal, excuse me, but when I go to Universal Orlando this year, or any time, like if I ever go back to Universal Orlando, I'm definitely checking out DreamWorks Land. It does look like a lot of fun, especially the Stretzel type of pretzel. I would love to try that. But yeah, I don't have a lot to say, but I'm hoping that in the future they would like maybe bring in several IPs to the Six Flags and Cedar Fair parks, but we don't know that. Not just the ones that they have accesses to, but like Looney Tunes and DC Comics at the Legacy Six Flags parks, or even the Peanuts IP that they have in the Legacy Cedar Fair parks. But I don't know. I mean, the Peanuts licensing may or may not expire, but I don't know if I don't see them lasting at Cedar Fair forever since both Cedar Fair and Six Flags had merged. So we'll just have to wait and see. And who just texted me? I don't even know what else to say, guys. But I did get some of the cool ass video games this year. I think I got one for my birthday as well. I don't know if like I have not played these two yet, but I cannot wait to play them whenever I get a chance to. It's gonna be amazing. I don't even know what to say, but who even knows? Oh, not to mention, but I unfortunately did not get to show this in my last video, but my grandma got me a $25 gift. It's actually an electronic gift card. It's actually an e-gift card, and she got me the 25. Sorry, she got me the one that's 25. She got me the one that's like $25. As you can see right here. Yeah, a 25 e-dollar gift card. A $25 e-gift card to Hot Topic is what she got me. So the next time I go to the mall, I'm gonna use this. And yeah, nothing much to say, but I'm definitely excited for the new year because. Oh, and I will say a few things as well before we move on to other things. So, regarding Donald Trump's 2024 presidential election campaign being relevant, I get it. Like, I don't like talking about politics usually, but yeah, it was a lot more relevant than the Kamala Harris and the Joe Biden presidential election campaigns because Joe Biden went ahead and withdrew. It was just I don't even know what to say about it, man. It was insane. And now here we are today because Donald Trump got voted. Because Donald Trump got reelected as the 47th president of the United States, which is still really controversial, honestly, because I do not like Trump or Biden at all. But you know what? Let's just not talk about politics anymore. But I will say this: I am happy with the fact that that someone that we trusted as the people that we knew him as a celebrity that would have freak offs. And yes, I'm talking about Sean P. Diddy Combs. I'm glad that Diddy's in jail because of what he's done. Yeah, I heard that he was the Epstein of Hollywood, which, based on some of the research I've done and the videos I've looked into from those videos that were surfacing, I I don't like that guy at all. I hate him for what he did, like especially with the baby oil and the freak offs he had, like and how he made people uncomfortable and like everything that he did. He gave a lot. Like that guy, just a lot worse than anybody else. Anybody else I mentioned because he like a lot worse than others that had done fricked up shit. And I'm just glad that Diddy's in the hell on earth type of jail because what he did there was stupid. And it was stupid as well. The fact that Justin Timberlake went ahead and was just driving while under the influence, especially with that mugshot that where he looked at it was freaking high and like, bro, really? So, something similar happened to Sky Jackson where she went ahead and like fought, and now she suddenly got pregnant. I'm like, you have screwed your life up, Sky. I don't even know what else to tell you. Okay, you know what? That's just enough with these celebrity controversies. But oh yeah, so another thing I want to talk about is the fact that I actually attended a Halloween party at in college, and I dressed up as Deadpool. It was a lot of fun, honestly. Like I said, and I got to participate in the costume contest. That was fun, but unfortunately, I did not win. But I will say this also. Speaking of college, I did join a music club for like a whole year, and I continued on with the game club that I was part of. It was fun as well. And last but not least, I want to talk about some of the other things that I haven't mentioned about, but I- so some of you may not know this, but I graduated. Like I said, I graduated college, and I'm excited to go forward to I'm excited to go forward or to go forward and start my media career as one of the things I've been wanting to do my whole life. Um, yeah. Oh, not to mention, but I did pop champagne for the first time. I think you know. I think my mom went ahead and recorded me doing that. I don't think she has shown me that yet, but yeah. I also took family photos with my mom and her boyfriend as well. That was fun. Um, but what's not fun is this. I don't know if you guys heard of Frisch's Big Boy. Like, has anybody have heard of this place called Big Boy? Because because in my state we call it Frisch's, but in other places they call them Shoney's as well as Bob's. But here in Cincinnati or in Ohio as well as Kentucky and Indiana, we call it Frisch's. And a lot of the Frisch's restaurants around Cincinnati, let's say was Thanos snapped. What I mean is that a lot of Frisch's locations were closing because a lot of those locations did not pay their rent. They were not paying their rent at all. So so they had a court order to be so they had a court order and they had to be evicted. Like unfortunately a lot of locations had to be evicted, which really broke our hearts as the Frisch's fans because dude, not only did my family loved Frisch's, but my friend loved Frisch's. And it's unfortunate as well because the people that worked at Frisch's had lost their jobs. It's just really unfortunate, which is why my mom went ahead and gave one of the servers a huge tip, not a very huge tip, but just a decent tip because because we honestly knew that a lot of the Frisch's locations were closing, especially some of my local ones. I used to go in the one at Forest Park all the time, but they unfortunately closed permanently. And I used to go to the ones like Mason and Blue Ash. I don't even know what to say, man, but it's just unfortunate, especially the big boys head because I used that was where because that was basically where I would get like grilled cheese and fries all the time before digging into the salads and big boys, pumpkin pies, the chicken tenders, and even fish. I mean, they did have soup and salad as well. Like they had a buffet type of thing. It was I don't even know what to say, man, but it's just really unfortunate. And not to mention as well, Frisch's is no longer part of FC Cincinnati because they got sued by FC Cincinnati for not paying for the sponsorship. Well, this is what you get for not paying the rent. I honestly don't even know what else to say, man. It's just I don't know. Well I know that there used to be one in Tri County a long time ago, but they closed it down because of I have no idea why, but like we were actually gonna go in there and eat, but we smelled something that was really nasty, so we just went ahead and we just walked out. So we just walked out and never ate there, and I'm glad we never did. I'm also glad. I'm also glad that we never went ahead and ate at that restaurant because of But I don't even know what to say. It's just unfortunate. But hey, I do want to talk about some of the songs that I've done. Honestly, well, not just the songs I've done because like I did one song called "Sitting at the Campfire." It's on my music channel if you want to check it out. But yeah, I was actually going to go ahead and talk about the songs that were released this year, not by me, but by others, and the movies that were released this year, as well as what do you say? Oh yeah, as well as celebrities that we've lost. In fact, speaking of celebrities, we've lost a bunch this year. We've lost several of them. We've lost them along the way. Like we lost O.J. Simpson, Toby Keith, Shelley Duvall, Donald Sutherland, Maggie Smith. just a bunch that I could really name. Oh God, who else is on the list other than those people I mentioned? Oh yeah, not to mention, but my cousins had to put down their dog earlier this year. His name is Bang. Some of the recognizable names that I don't even see that I would rather mention. Oh yeah, also Carl Weathers had passed, as well as Richard Simmons, Peter Bennett. We lost Kevin Sullivan. Tommy Cash, yeah, we've lost him, and also Tito Jackson. We've lost, yeah, we've lost him. Lisa Single, and not to mention, but I also lost someone that I knew, and she used to be one of those people that would be at the desk at the middle school I used to go to. Her name was Lisa, but we called her Miss Lisa. Who else? Oh yeah, also we lost Pete Rose. Oh yeah, and some of the other ones that we lost on the way also were Liam Payne, and also I did mention this as well earlier in my video, which was Susan Wojcicki, who was one of these who was our CEO of YouTube, and most recently, other than those people that I've mentioned, Ethel Kennedy was gone as well, and most recently, not just Olivia Hussey, but we've also lost Jimmy Carter, who was 100 years old. And I'm not gonna lie, but he lived a really good life. Yeah. So yeah, those are all the people that we've. Yeah. So yeah, those are just most of the people that we've lost along the way. I don't even know what else to tell you about, or I don't even know what else to say. But yeah, 24 songs. I also want to talk about the songs that I like. I want to talk about the songs that I really enjoy from this year. Just only the ones that came out. So earlier this year, Creepin' Nuts had released their song called "Bling Bang Bang Born." Not to mention that is actually a very upbeat song, so I love that one. I like the way it kissed me by Artemis. I really liked that one. Beautiful Things by Benson Moore. That is a really popular one. I love it so dearly. A bar song tipsy by Shabuzi. I'm not gonna lie, it's kind of catchy. Espresso by Sabrina Carpenter, which she actually has her new album recently, as well as her other song, Please. It's not really my favorite, but that's okay. I had some help by Post Malone featuring Morgan Wallen. Ain't no love in Oklahoma by Luke Combs. Higher Conde by Kochino Kenta, which actually features like some old animation in the music video, which I'm not gonna lie, but that one that was really done really well, and I could see that aging really well because like you honestly do you honestly you don't see music videos like you don't see footage of like old animation like that anymore. Not even on like paper animation that people use nowadays. It's just so cool. Also, Birds of a Feather by Billie Eilish. I thought that one's okay. Think of It by KSI. I'm not gonna lie, it's not really that. I mean, yeah, it is. It's overrated, but I don't find it annoying. I think it's fun. Criminals by Megan Trainor. You know, there are some songs that are okay, but not my favorite as well. Like Jojo Siwa's Karma, which is not her own song. Menina Dujob X Laziada M Centaur by MC Xankai and Zenka. I don't know. It's a Spanish song that I looked into. And DJ Junior Sales, as well as other songs by like another cover song by Beyonce, just Jolene, which is an original Dolly Parton song. And there's another song by Beyonce that's original, which is Texas Hold'em. I thought that was okay, but I do agree that the song itself is just kind of overrated. But there are some of my favorite albums. But there's one album that I really enjoy a lot, which is Drake Bell's Nonstop Flight, and he has a lot of great songs in it. Like I kind of relate, which talks about his childhood and like the things he went through and how he's like, oh, I know I've done wrong, but I'm about to make it right. I highly recommend listening to the song. It's really good. Holly Wouldn't, By the Ocean, and Dandelion. I really like those songs the most. Like that to me is a career comeback right there from that guy. I like it. Oh, and not to mention, but we're also gonna be mentioning a lot of movies as well, which I'm gonna start now. I saw The Beekeeper, which I thought that was good, and I've seen a lot of movies. Some I've seen, others I didn't. Um, there was a lot that there were like a lot of movies I enjoyed in theaters. Like we had a lot of we had a lot of like great sequels and also like musical adaptations as well, and some based on the books. Like I thought It Ends with Us was cool. I mean, not cool, but it was fine. Um, what else? Oh yeah, I thought Bob Marley One Love was okay. It was not the best movie based on a true story of Bob Marley that I saw, but it could have been better. I got to see Dune Part Two with my mom. That one was actually one of the best movies I've seen in my life. It's actually the best sequel they made. Kung Fu Panda 4 was fun, and Ghostbusters Frozen Empire, I enjoyed that a lot. I did see Shrek 2 for its 20th anniversary at one of my local theaters. So it was a lot of fun. I got to see all the Shrek sequels in theaters my whole life. Not the first one, apparently. I also got to see the Ministry of Ungentlemanly Warfare, which it's just one of those adult movies I saw at my local theater, the one I work at. I saw The Fall Guy, which that one was a lot of fun. The Strangers Chapter One, which I thought was okay. I saw Furiosa, a Mad Max Saga. That one I really enjoyed. The Garfield movie, that one was decent. Inside Out 2, guys, I'm not gonna lie, but Inside Out 2 was just awesome. It honestly explains why that it did really well in the box office this year. And I got to see the Bike Riders, which apparently, in case you didn't know, my mom's boyfriend's half brother is actually one is he actually made a cameo appearance in the Bike Riders because there was actually one of the scenes that was filmed in Cincinnati. But like I saw it in Michigan, honestly. I got to see Twisters, which that was fun, as well as Deadpool and Wolverine. I liked both those movies a lot. I got to see Trap, which I thought that was okay. Oh no, this is the movie I got to see twice, and I saw Beetlejuice. The sequel to Beetlejuice. Or I could just call it Beetlejuice 2, which stars not just Michael Keaton and Winona Ryder, but also Jenna Ortega. I enjoyed that a lot. I got to see The Wild Robot, and I did see another movie called Joker Folie à or whatever. Not gonna lie, but that Joker sequel, I hated it. I did not get to see this in theaters, unfortunately, but I got to watch Red One twice. Once with my dad, and again recently, like very recently, with my mom. I got to see Wicked at one of my other local theaters, which that one it was great, and I got to see A Complete Unknown, which which is a movie based on a true story of Bob Dylan. I actually enjoyed it, to be honest. But I will say this: I have not seen Mufasa: The Lion King yet, but I'm hoping to see it. But I'm not sure if I'll see Moana 2, but I might watch it on Disney Plus. The first movie I thought was okay, but who even knows if the second movie is going to be any good? But I don't know. But yeah, I did see, but yeah, guys, like I said, I did see a lot of movies this year. I'm not even sure if I'm going to see another movie before the end of the year. I highly doubt that I am, but other than that, it was just fun, honestly. Um, yeah, so there's just nothing else I want to say. But also, I will mention this. I want to mention a couple of TV shows that came out on Netflix and Hulu and others like recently. Like we got a new season of Outer Banks and Squid Game that came out this year, as well as Demon Slayer. I'm not sure if there's like any other new shows that came out. I don't even know because I have not watched a lot on Disney Plus or Hulu. But yeah, so yeah, nothing else from there. Okay. Other other than what we've been dealing with for right now, but I will say this: there was an epidemic of not a very serious epidemic, but an epidemic of certain things occurring. Like there was a lot of people in the Grinch costumes, not just attending sporting events, but also coming into houses and just running around in the neighborhood, getting and just suddenly getting arrested. Like I've seen videos of those, and it's just flat out hilarious. And I even have seen a lot of cars having festive lights, like literally on like on the exterior of the car of the car. Especially with one that I saw on my way home from door dashing. I'm not gonna lie, but it's just so insane. I'm like, it's just so hilarious even though like having the festive lights on the cars is literally illegal for a reason, because like you don't need all the lights in your cars, just only the headlights, because like you don't have the it's not just like all the colors you have, like you cannot have the red or blue lights on the car, because honestly regarding the Christmas lights, they do have red and blue lights, and not just other colors, but regardless, it's really distracting as well when it comes to driving, especially with those festive lights you have. I mean, I get the point that they're trying to be festive, but regarding this trend, it's I don't even know what else to say, but it is Jesus Christ, it is insane. I got no other comment on that, but yeah, it's just I don't even know what to say. Hold on, guys, I'm just making a list of my New Year's resolutions for 2025. So, other than that, is everybody else having a good New Year's Eve so far? Is everybody getting ready for one? I hope so. Oh wow, someone actually liked my comment. I'm I like it. I'm surprised about it. But hey, I mean, I did try my best to exercise a lot more, but I really need to do more of that, which is one of my goals for 2025, since I no longer go to college. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Oh, not to mention, but we actually went to this place called. We actually went to this. I think it's a Korean place we went to. It's not hibachi, but at your table, you get to cook your own food and then just bring it to you in the. It's kind of like hibachi, but you just have a hibachi of your own, and the guests would just have to go ahead and like cook the food. I thought it was really cool, to be quite fair. And not to mention, Potosi announced the Mobile Vision 3D is closing, even though, and also, Tough Bug is closing as well. But I predict two of those 3D attractions to permanently close next year, sadly. But I have no idea what else to say. But yeah, I love Heart. Well, if you guys don't know what I'm doing, I'm just well. There's this option now where I can turn on or off the reactions that I can do. Look at that. I understand myself. Listen to myself. Okay. Okay. I do have a bunch that I have on the list, but I'm going to take a little break, but I will be right back. Okay, guys. Well, as most of you know, I'm back. Oh, wait. There's one more thing I do want to talk about. So we got to talk about the expansion of the legacy locations at Chuck E. Cheese and how that's really affecting the fans positively. So, I'm sure you all know Chuck E. Cheese, right? Just a place where a kid can be a kid, blah blah blah. But they got food, games, music, and the animatronic shows that they once had. Well, to be fair, there's one thing I want to say. So, nobody saw this coming, and are like nobody expected this, but it started to occur, and they started off in Northridge, California, with their two stage, which at that location it used to be the Pete's Time Theater. And what's cool about it is that regarding the two stage itself, you're not going to believe this, but there was someone that actually asked the place, not just Chuck E. Cheese itself, but the Northridge location to be kept because of its because of its third phase remodel and like the atmosphere of it and the effort they put into. Because honestly, before that, they were actually going to get rid of all the animatronics, but apparently they haven't, and I'm glad they didn't. Because like this, when they started off with Northridge, they were like, you know what? Let's go ahead and keep the two stage because just we just want to give nostalgia, which they did. And of course, they put in the dance floor and the video wall, which there's like things that they've been putting in. But like the thing is about the dance floor and the video wall, those have been put to replace almost every single animatronic show, which really devastated fans. And it just makes it honestly makes it less unique, in my personal opinion, because with a lot of locations that kept the animatronic shows, they had them very unique, but unfortunately, that has wiped down because of their decision. Like, oh no, the animatronics are old and such. I think it's time to I mean, yes, they are. They're a little deep, but not. But like with the animatronics, especially with the ones that are like that would be in good condition or in the best condition, as I might recall, they're just there to entertain you. But people complain about how creepy they are. I mean, I get it, but they're not. It's not like they're gonna come and jump in. They're not. It's not like they're gonna come and eat you like fictional monsters. I mean, I get it. I get it's because the way they're made and the way they look at you. I get it, but like that never scared me as a kid. Not even today. But I will admit there are some animatronics that do look creepy. Not all of them. Not all of them though. I mean, in my opinion, Chuck just doesn't. He just doesn't fully look creepy to me. I was fine with it, honestly. And they even have a really good fan base. Well, they used to, and like they have a bunch of fans where people love. They just love the effort they put in with the Chuck E. Cheese stuff, honestly. And because they used to do cover songs and parodies, not just original songs, but they used to do those a lot. They used to do cover songs, parodies, and dialogue. That was one thing. But unfortunately, they stopped. But unfortunately, because of the lawsuit they had to do with, like a very ridiculous lawsuit where they lost the case with the fact that they went ahead and took one of the cat videos for one of the intermissions of the shows, like for one of the shows like about 10 years ago, and that really ruined everything, especially with the makeover of the Rockstar Chuck. The worst part is they did not tell one of the voice actors that they were being terminated. I'm like, what is this? I don't even know what else to say, but I don't know. But who knows? Other than that, yeah. But I will say one thing about something. When I don't even know. But yeah, back to the legacy locations. Once they did that, they were like, "Oh, that'll be the only one." They're like, "What? Like, what about other stages?" I mean, and that caused a lot of fan riots and such. I wasn't the one that was doing all the riots. I'm like, we were just plating. Like, we were trying to give hopes, and we were just trying to rightfully please everyone. Or we were trying to give suggestions to CC Entertainment about the fact that they need to keep some of the other stages for future generations to come and to preserve the history, which they did. But they were like, we don't know that. Oh, they're not going to change much about it. But the problem is what I heard is that they were not making enough money, so they went ahead and gave out surveys, and they did. And what they did is that they went ahead and decided to save several more stages. They decided to save the Studio C beta in Nanny New York, which it's basically they do Throwback Thursdays where they show off just some of the original songs from the days of Chuck E. Cheese in the 2000s, for both the regular show and the Christmas show. They decided to keep the CU1 stage, which they have the 3-stage animatronics, but on one single stage in Springfield, Illinois. They kept the they kept they kept the one stage in Hicksville, New York. The iconic one stage, just from the not from the days of Pete's Time Theater or Show's Pete's Place, but your average one from the 90s. And most of all, the iconic, or the most memorable and iconic 3-stage that actually has been around since the days of showbiz and when it was once the Rockefeller explosion. And they went ahead and kept the 3-stage in Pineville, North Carolina, where they have all the prop characters. And that's what I really love. And the best part is they even went ahead and put in the memorabilia right next to the showroom, and not just having the video wall on the right, or the dance, and also the dance floor in the middle, which that was all planned. When I heard about it, I'm like, oh, that is amazing. Like, they just did it out of spite. Like, that is so cool. It really reminds me of, dude, I'm not gonna lie, but it kind of reminds me of how they went ahead and kept the King as well as the Rockefeller explosion, or even Dolly Nibbles, like other locations. Not just other locations, but like locations outside of Chuck E. Cheese and showbiz. I think that is really cool. But they've done a lot more with the Rockefeller explosion, regarding the fact that like they put them, like they have them at Billy Bob's Wonderland, which is like one of the last and only locations that you can view the Rockefeller explosion at, along with the Volo Museum, which is open seasonally. I just think it's really cool, to be fair. I don't know what to say, but like, it's just really amazing how they went ahead and did that. Although some fans have been asking for just a few locations to keep some of the Studio C bots, but the problem is they don't have the Studio C bot programmed anymore. But I will say this also. In 2025, I'm planning to go down to Pineville, North Carolina, to check out, which is in Charlotte, North Carolina. And no, it's not Charlottesville or Pinesville. It's Pineville, the Pineville Matthews area in Charlotte, North Carolina, to see the 3-stage Chuck E. Cheese, to relive my childhood. And you know what I'm hoping that they'll do, even though they're not really doing it anytime soon? The fact that they would bring some of the old characters back, which is only for the legacy locations. And I'm hoping that they'll bring back the dialogue as well as cover songs, but they have to have the licensing for that. I was telling my mom about it, and she was like, "Oh, sure, yeah, that would be cool." But it would be a lot cooler if they did that, like especially the songs that are not kid friendly, like during the adult dance parties, like, because unfortunately, I have not done that. But I will love it if they did it, because they actually did it during the days of showbiz and even teen nights as well at the Pizza Time Theater. They need to do that for the legacy locations, because the animatronics nowadays are just a lot more appealing to the adults, but they are appealing to some kids. So yeah, that's just something. So I hope that in the future they would like operate the curtains for the 3-stage, like for every single show, because they have not done it yet. Hope, even though the CC does not care about you, but well, they should. They should care about their fan base, not just the families, because I know they're basically kid friendly for a lot of reasons, and it mostly has been. But when it comes to legacy locations, I think that needs to be like geared towards adults, because like adults, especially me, we literally grew up with, like, especially like with us as like Gen X as well as millennials and Gen Z. We grew up with the animatronics at Chuck E. Cheese, and I think it deserves to be preserved in history, which they mostly have. But if they don't do it more in the future, then who knows? And I'm hoping that they'll do more of that, especially towards the 50th anniversary of Chuck E. Excuse me. So, I don't know why I keep burping, but yeah, especially towards the 50th anniversary celebration for Chuck E. Cheese, which that'll be 2027, which that'll be like in like mostly 2 years, like 2 years basically. So hopefully in the future they will do that. Because if they do, I'm gonna, you know. Oh, not to mention also, there was some drama I got into. I've been talking, like, especially with that one girl, and I freaked out about her preference, but I don't want to talk about it. But yeah, but the only thing I will say is that I spoke about it on TikTok. People were really like, I was getting backlash for it, and I mean, they had a point. But yeah, yeah, I don't know. I don't even know what to say, guys. I mean, there's just not everything that I've been talking about, but yeah. So yeah, the legacy locations, yeah, that they started doing most of that because just because the fans, and I'm glad we got that situated. Just the five locations, maybe a few if they wanted to, but even though they don't have any more plans to have a few more locations to be kept, nor the road stage, which that would be really cool if they did, but who knows? Even though they just stopped doing the 2.0 remodels in my country, they're now going to do it in other countries, which and now they're literally planning to close like every single location that has the animatronics, and just the ones that are not the legacy locations. I'm like, are you kidding me? I don't even know what to say, man. But who knows? Oh, maybe in the future, maybe in the future they'll quietly repurchase the mechanical licensing for the animatronic shows. Maybe another licensing as well for the redubbing, but and to bring those back because that would be really awesome to see again. And if they really do that, if they really do all those and bring in the dialogue and the characters, then I would become a Chuck E. Cheese fan again. But you would call me a Chuck E. Cheese adult, not a Chuck E. Cheese kid. That I once was. I used to go to the ones in Sharonville and Coleraine as well as sometimes Eastgate and Florence later life. But the ones in Coleraine and Sharonville were the ones that I grew up going to. So yeah. Okay, so that's basically almost everything. Actually, that's just about everything I've been talking about. That's everything that I've mentioned. So yeah. Oh yeah. So anyway, we do need to talk about some New Year's resolutions. I'm gonna turn on music here. Beautiful music. Yes. Screw those ads. Type in Happy New Year if you want. So yeah, but if you want to send in like if you want to show me support, like if you want to send me money or your super chat, you can. But yeah, how do I engage you guys? Yeah. All right. I've seen a bunch of videos already. The only thing that we'll talk about yeah, I'm not gonna drink soda or have junk food. Living trees. That's what we want. Especially that one I was talking about. Showing real quick. Chuck E. Cheese. Job. Makes me start to understand why I have that videos. So I take less. I'm playing. I'm cooking more food and playing more video games. Got to do more cleaning. Just around the house. Watch movies, TV shows as well. And watch more sporting events and intense. I would get that takes time. Things. We will talk more so we can understand better what we're shooting. You know what's next? I think I'm open to that. But I'm not good with this one. Not too much because I guess my dad was hey, smart in my heart, so I'm not gonna. You gotta understand. I gotta understand myself and listen to stuff. So I won't hang out with my friends more often. Outside, so I would really Canada, especially to Niagara Falls. So really, yeah, and I have plans as well. I'm planning to get my studio set up for the rest, just for the rest, basically while I'm here. I gotta. I'm not gonna. Well, I mean, I'm not gonna fully disclose everything I have in the budget. But I'll let the budget get get a new live in my own like live in an apartment or a house. You know, it was just all loud. Not negatively loud, it was just average. Just average. There's a lot of things like some things were really okay. These are useful podcasts. Just Is anybody having a good year? Is everybody having a good year? Having a good New Year so far? Is everybody looking forward to the New Year or not? No, don't. Just gonna do something. I don't even know what else to say. Work out as well. Oh crap! I went ahead and got out of that. Shit. Excuse my language. I'll screw that. Patrick Stewart. Yeah, there are a lot of things I had scored. I also if you checked out any of my videos, I recommend you. My health, you know, I'm hoping that the next one kind of better. Like I said, when I was, but hey, we'll get out to end the year, so hope you all have a wonderful year. Yeah, I'm still gonna make videos here, so just still don't unsubscribe because you know, been the risk.